Hi everyone, it's Miss Olson from Second Creek and a few of my animal friends. This friend is Sky Sky. She's one of the 9/11 hero dogs that we helped rescue 2 years ago. 2 years, Sky? Yeah, 2 years. This sweet baby who's standing up, her name is Spot. We probably have seen Spot before. And there's Biscuit. Biscuit always comes to help out. Hi, Spot Spot. Yeah. Do you want to read the story? It's very exciting. Well, let's get to it while my friends are behind me. We are going to read chapter 19 in Hooper Finds a Family. Chapter 19 is called Practice. I wonder what kinds of things we practice each and every day. Miss Olson practices things like cross stitch, sewing, um, I would like to say that I practice singing, but we've heard Miss Olson sing before, and maybe that's not my gift. But maybe if I practice, I can get better. Sometimes I practice reading, sometimes I practice math. I need to learn all those things because guess what? I need to use math when I do cross stitch and sew, and I also need to know how to read when I cross stitch and sew. And sew. And sometimes Miss Olson just needs to practice talking. Either way, it works. Well, let's jump into chapter 19 and see what this chapter is all about. Practice. You have to learn to play ball, Brian tells me. Don't pressure him, Dan says. We're talking $20 and a chance to bust the old man's chops, Brian argues. I'm all for busting Larry's chops, but I don't think I can really catch that stupid ball. Oh well, if it means so much to Brian, I'll try. Ready? If you insist. Brian puts the ball in my mouth and I lie down and start chewing it to get in the mood. No! Brian takes the ball out of my mouth. This time he takes a step back, leans over, letting the ball drop. It bounces off the top of my head. I wise up and move out of the way. Next, he tries very gently bouncing the ball. Grab it, Hooper. No, the ball moves too fast. Brian tosses it a little higher and it comes back down. I follow it, and at the perfect moment, I snap and chomp. But it's too late. My jaw shut so hard I almost knocked my teeth out. Ouch! Here it comes. Snap, chomp, oops. One more. Snap, chomp, ow! Go ahead, call me Thud. Brian puts the ball down and sits beside me. Let me tell you a story, he begins. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player who ever lived, didn't make his high school varsity team in his freshman year. Is that a crumb under the dresser? Listen to me, he continues. No, it's a dead bug. My point is, you have to practice. Even MJ wasn't good in the beginning. Dan reaches into his book bag and pulls out a plastic bag of carrots. I love carrots. Mama used to cook them with salmon. Hooper, pay attention. There's a lot at stake. Maybe, but Dan's opening a bag of carrots. Look at me, Brian cries. The ball comes my way and I dodge it. Brian sighs. Hey, Dan, I'm hungry, he says. Toss me one of those. Dan tosses the carrot in the air and I leap up and catch it. Yum! Brian and Dan freeze in disbelief. Dude, that was some vertical jump, Dan gasps. He's a natural. Totally. Brian and Dan take turns tossing pieces of carrot, and I catch them. Then the front door squeaks open and slams, boom, shut. And Larry calls out, I'm home. Up here, Dad. Dan and me are practicing catch with Hooper. Yeah, bring him down here. Let's see what he can do. Let's not. Brian leans down and lips my ear and then whispers in it. The key is not to panic. Make believe the ball is a carrot, Dan adds. Get it? Then Brian grabs Dan's arm and whispers, Dude, don't mention anything about the carrots to my dad. Hoop's not allowed to eat human food. They trot down the stairs, ball in hand, and I follow very slowly. Why rush to be disgraced? A ball is not a carrot. It's bigger and harder, and it hurts when it hits you in the face. And anyway, I don't feel like showing off for Larry. I missed the first one, missed the second by a mile. Don't even try for the third one. Pitiful, Larry grunts. Can he at least chase a ball? Brian shrugs. Larry throws the ball across the living room. Let's see. Hooper, go get the ball, Larry says, pretending that this is an exciting idea. You know what? I could go after it. I could even bring it back and drop it at his feet. But I don't like his attitude. And this dog is supposed to be a retriever, Larry snorts. What a genetic disgrace. Yankees are on in 10 minutes. He's lost interest in me. Totally. Dan goes home. We troop back upstairs, and Brian turns on the game. Done your homework, Bri? Larry asks. In study hall. They spread out on Brian's bed, and I slide under it. The game gets off to a slow start, and I fall asleep. I wake up at the bottom of the third inning when I hear Jane's voice. What's the score? No score yet. Hoopy, were you a good boy today? Brian pipes up. Mom, his name is Hooper. We had another catching lesson. Give it up, Larry scoffs. What difference does it make if he can catch, Jane wants to know. Good question. I mean, you're not exactly all-star material, she adds to Larry, and I still married you. Oh boy, she is good. A dog is supposed to be able to catch and fetch, Larry says sternly. Looking at the screen, but he can't do it. A man's supposed to be able to fix a faucet, but you can't do it. Whoa! And Jane leaves the room. Larry takes off a little bit later. When I come down to the kitchen for my kibble, he has tools scattered all over the counter, and he's trying to fix the kitchen faucet. Wow, I wonder what's going to happen next. Well, let's stay tuned and see what happens in chapter 20. I hope you enjoyed reading practice as much as I did reading it with you. Hope you all have a great day. Remember, we are always bison strong. See you soon.